My name is Brooke Hayford. Today we're going to be reading Goldilocks and the Three Bears, retold and illustrated by James Marshall. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. "What a sweet child," said someone new in town. "That's what you think," said the neighbor. One morning, Goldilocks' mother sent her to buy muffins in the next village. "You must promise not to take the shortcut through the forest," she said. "I've heard that bears live there." "I promise," said Goldilocks, but to tell you the truth, Goldilocks was one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. Is she listening to her mom? No, she's not doing what she's supposed to. Meanwhile, in clearing deeper inside the forest, in a charming house all on their own, a family of brown bears was sitting down to breakfast. "Patooey," cried big old Papa Bear. "This porridge is scalding. I've burned my tongue. I'm dying," cried Baby Bear. "Now really," said Mama Bear, who was of a medium size, "that's quite enough." "I know," said Papa Bear. "Why don't we go for a spin while the porridge is cooling?" "Excellent," said Mama Bear. So they got on their rusty old bicycle and off they went. On their bike, he's singing tra-la-la-la-la. A few minutes later, Goldilocks arrived at the bear's house. She went in without even bothering to knock. On the dining room table were 3 inviting bowls of porridge. "I don't mind if I do," said Goldilocks, helping herself to the biggest bowl. See the biggest bowl? But the porridge in the biggest bowl was much too hot. "Patooey," cried Goldilocks, and she spat it out. Next, she tasted the porridge of the medium-sized bowl, but that porridge was much too cold. Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in the little bowl, and it was just right. Neither too hot nor too cold. In fact, she liked it so much that she gobbled it all up. Feeling full and satisfied, Goldilocks thought it would be great fun to have a look around. Right away, she noticed a lot of coarse brown fur everywhere. "They must have kitties," she said. See her holding the fur? In the parlor, there were 3 chairs. "I don't mind if I do," she said, climbing into the biggest one. But the biggest chair was much too hard, and she just could not get comfortable. Look how big that chair is. Do any of y'all have chairs that big in y'all's house? Nope. Me neither. Next, she sat in the medium-sized chair. That chair was much too soft, and she thought she might never get out of it. Then Goldilocks sat in the little chair, and that was just right. Neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, she liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the chair fell completely into pieces. See, she broke it. Uh-oh. Now, all that rocking left Goldilocks quite tuckered out. "I could take a little snooze," she said. So she went to look for a comfy place to nap. Upstairs were 3 beds. "I don't mind if I do," she said. And she got into the biggest one. But the head of the biggest bed was much too high. See how high it is? Next, she tried the medium-sized bed, but the head of that bed was much too low. Then Goldilocks tried the little bed, and it was just right. So soon she was all nice and cozy and sound asleep. What do you think's gonna happen? She's asleep in Baby Bear's bed. The bears are on a bike ride. Think they're gonna come home? So She did not even hear them come home. The three bears were mighty hungry, but when they went in for breakfast, they could not scarcely believe their eyes. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Papa Bear. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Baby Bear, "and eaten it all up." They don't look too happy. In the parlor, the three bears were in for another little surprise. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and broken it into smithereens." Broken? Would y'all be happy if someone broke your chair? Nope, I wouldn't. The three bears went upstairs on tiptoe, not knowing what they would discover. At first, everything seemed fine, but then Papa Bear lay down on his big brass bed. "Somebody's been in my bed," he cried, and he was not amused. Look how angry he looks. "Egods!" cried Mama Bear. "Somebody's been laying in my bed." "Look!" cried Baby Bear. "Somebody's been laying in my bed, and she's still there." What do y'all think they're going to do to her? Just wake her up? Tell her to get out? You think they're going to eat her? Think they're going to tell her to get out of bed and leave? We'll see. "Now see here," roared Papa Bear. Goldilocks woke up with a start, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. But before the bears could demand a proper explanation, Goldilocks was out of bed, out the window, and on her way home. "Who was that little girl?" asked Baby Bear. "I have no idea," said Mama Bear, "but I hope we never see her again." See, she's out the window. Do we use the window to leave? No, we use the front door. And they never did. The end.